Shall we start? Yeah?
This is a bit on.
Feel.
Hello, my name is. I'm going to introduce you to a new science, or perhaps an old science, depending upon one's viewpoint.
The film you are about to see has no character. If you spare a little of your imagination, it is a film to describe to you the effect of cymatic frequency.
Dopamine is a chemical responsible for making you feel good.
Innately human characteristic.
Not showing our faces.
What makes the music is one of the things which defines who we are. Each culture has its own particular style. These guys make it seem so effortless.
Go listen to all my music. It's the codes of who you are.
The notes are just thrown together. But that's simply an illusion.
You got to teach him about the code.
Yo, how's everybody doing? Welcome to another episode of Code Radio, halfway into the year 2024, 10 years from when Gravity came out, first ever song I ever put out, and 10 years later, Jesus, over 10 years now, it feels like a lifetime, but I'm super grateful to still be doing this shit, you know, deep into the album, creating this album Enigma, which I never usually say the album name before I release, but I've kind of just known this for so long, and it could still change, but in the spirit, currently it's called Enigma, and I'm just following that as best as I can and just trying my best to maintain creativity, innovation, you know, trying to stay honest musically, not get too clouded by what's happening. You know, I love all the different types of music that I listen to, like specifically, like, you know, Amapiano is now new, and not, you know, it's hard to not want to just make like an Amapiano album, for example, because of just what's happening. Not because you want to be a part of it. I think I've said this before. It's just because you like to create and stuff, but trying to stick to like the code's nature musically, creatively, of being formless, but also trying to innovate, which I think is somewhat harder nowadays because, you know, there's so much happening. I even started using Splice recently. I've never used like Splice or anything like that before, any like sample. I've never been given samples to create, and I've never like used samples to create that aren't like, you know, older records. So it's like this whole new territory, which is really interesting. It's a really new experience, and it's very fun as well, like to just be tapping into all these different forms of creativity. Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. I'm actually a big fan of it. Also, I think it's good because it streamlines workflow. But I also think you shouldn't get too tied up in it. I currently more use it for, it's like creating an idea that I hadn't thought of. So if I've gone into it and I've thought of like a loop and I'm trying to do it myself, I want to use guitars, like throw a bunch of guitars at me and then let's figure it out, sort of thing, rather than me, you know, try and find a realistic guitar and create it and play the chords and do that myself, which is fun, but this also like sparks a whole new array of ideas, which I guess the producer in me is like, still wants to kind of create from scratch. But the artist or the person who is like, likes, the innovator in me loves technology. So if these things are available and people are using them, it's like, you know, I'd still be using Fruity Loops, you know, if I never moved to Logic and never moved to Ableton, for example. If I didn't want to, I guess the competitor in me wants to try and be good at everything and use all the tools available as best as possible. So yeah, this is a really good experience using Splice, and I'm kind of hoping that I don't use anything that's been used. That's probably really difficult. But in that case, I would definitely scrap it. If I like, say for example, heard a song that I'd use, I'd definitely scrap it, even if it's something that sounds completely different. But hopefully I can make it different enough that, you know, it's more of my interpretation of whatever that record is. And yeah, so we're just creating this album. As I said, we're halfway through the year, the summer's here. And there's a lot of music at the moment, a lot of music I've been hearing. Try my best not to get bogged down into it, but and trying to create from an open mind. But at the same time, you have to be aware. Again, and if you just like music, you know what I mean? It's just, you can't help yourself but listen to what's happening. The new Music Friday, I mean, I do that every week. I just check and see what's happening just because I like to. So, and it's also good to check it out, especially when you release something. And this month there has been a release. That was the first song that I played, and it's a song with me and Kartell called Sunseeker. And yeah, after we get into some songs, we'll discuss that process. And yeah, I'm really grateful to have been a part of his album. The album is amazing. I've got another song from the album for this episode today, and I think you should definitely check out his music. I think it's amazing. Check out the album. And yeah, let's get into some music.
Your mind when I was gone. It's not my thing trying to If you should discover this dream is for two, well, I'm gonna tell you, girl, I light a candle every day and pray that you'll always feel this way, and pray that our love will forever be new. 'Cause all I do is think about you. Oh, baby. I'm thinking about you. Yeah, baby.
Dopamine is a chemical responsible for making you feel good.
Stevie Wonder with All I Do, Silk Sonic's Love Train, and the Jackson 5 with I Wanna Be Where You Are. I actually don't know whether that's a Jackson 5 song or a Michael Jackson song. I think I heard it when I was super young, but it was I'd heard it with in like this show called like the Jackson's American Dream. I'd watched that when I was a kid. It's one of the, I think it was like I think I remember correctly, it's a transition between from young to old, and I think the guy Jason Weaver, I think, who sings the Lion King part, I think he was the lead actor in this particular part. Good series about kind of like the Jackson 5 or whatever, how they started off or whatever. It's good, and it's got, who is it? I think it's got a few people in it. Angela Bassett, yeah. It's a good little. It's like a HBO sort of like 4 or 5 part series sort of thing. It's like a massive, like really long movie. Today it would be like that sort of thing. I think they've spoken about doing these biopics of Michael Jackson's life, but if I was to say to watch one would be quite cool, I think that's a really good one. And I'm a big fan of, obviously, Michael Jackson, massive inspiration musically, and just creatively, just, yeah, everything that musically does is quite phenomenal, even like films and stuff. And I recently was listening to one of his albums, like randomly, that I had when I was a bit younger, called Blood on the Dance Floor. And it has ghosts, and I remember the movie Ghosts. That was like this really, like a horror movie when I was younger. I probably couldn't even watch it, like couldn't even like engage in it the same way as I could today and see the creativity. But yeah, today when you watch it, you see like the dance, it's just sick. Like the scarecrow, not a scare, like zombie thing. It's in this house, and it's pretty much, it's like a really long music video in theory, but just the theme and how it all works is, yeah, it's fire. And obviously Silk Sonic, I actually want to hear another Silk Sonic album. I think I'm not sure whether that's ever going to happen, but I think there's been a lot of negativity towards Silk Sonic's music, as if it wasn't really good. I think the album was just fire. The singles are amazing, and I think the album was even better. And like, it's like those two artists together are just, it's like a combination that you didn't think of, but once you'd heard the first song, you were like, nah, this makes sense. And now I'm like, well, you know, let's definitely do another album. I feel like with kind of these collaboration albums, sometimes it's all good to kind of have a, you know, just one and move on, like maybe like a Future and Drake sort of thing, which is like, oh yeah, cool, move on. But like, I still think a Watch the Throne 2 would be amazing, even after, you know, I guess the perceived distance between the two artists or whatever. And Silk Sonic to me would fit in that realm where one isn't enough. Another album I really like, My Tai, which was Ty Dolla $ign and Jeremiah, same thing. Two Eyes, which if you told me they were going to collaborate, I probably would have said, oh, I don't know, what does that sound like? Not that they're not compatible, just I didn't see it, and then you heard it, you're like, nah, there needs to be another album. So like Chris Brown and Tyga, I think when I was younger, they had an album, what was it called? When Tyga first came, it was like Chris Brown rapping, which I wasn't the biggest fan of, but it was actually really good, those albums, and it obviously put me onto Tyga. And back then, specifically, like I was a really big fan of Tyga, and obviously Tyga knows how to make a club record, like no sweat, knows how to make a club record, whenever it's necessary for him to do that. So yeah, collaborative albums, and after hearing Kartell's album, I would love to explore that more. It's just, yeah, it's a really, really amazing album. I'm super impressed. I was listening to it all over the last couple of days, and just getting into it, it's like, yeah, it's a real good vibe. Big fan of it, and yeah, I'm looking forward to more from Kartell. And as everyone should, again, album Kartell, Everything Is Here. Great album. I'm glad to be a part of it. Let's get into some more music.
I'm a myth and I'm a legend. both. Lesson learned, but truth gets old. Little of heaven, little unpleasant. I don't know. Little of pleasure, little depression. I don't know. Little of heaven, little unpleasant. I don't know. How can I tell if? How can I measure if I don't know? Rolling stones don't crawl back in. Daddy's thoughts fell down on me. Break that curse for sweet relief. Little of heaven, little unpleasant. I don't know. Little of pleasure, little depression. I don't know. Little of heaven, little unpleasant. I don't know. How can I tell if? How can I measure if I don't know? Mercury running amok in my mind. Can tell if I'm winning or falling behind. Venus in retrograde got me in bed and thinking about all of that I said. Chillin', let's go get me dead till I'm dead, but I can't seem to get my head without just cop a portion instead. I do as I please and you see where it led. Guess something bad ain't about to happen to me. You think I'm two-faced, I can name 23. My layers are these sides. Could you stick by for the ride? It's a thrill, and I don't even know how to feel. It might be too real. Might be too real. Might be too real, real. I said might be too. I said might be too real, real. I said might be too real.
I forgot I said that. Can you forgive my tongue? I'll show you where my head at. I don't think I'm the one, but I could be your girlfriend till retrograde is done.
Chomp in my bones, 'cause you don't ever like to sleep alone. Drowning like my feet are tied to stones. Having broken dreams in a broken home. Used to be right here, and I used to be too clear. You don't like when I'm too honest. All them stories you don't wanna hear. Truth is right in front of your eyes, but you rather live life blind, trying to take what you're owed. But I always cross the line. And you think you need me near, and you always leave, come back every year. Oh, I wish you could finally see this is far from love. like rising sun, though we're not the one. But in the bowels of your mind, we have done the crime. Yeah. Boogieman, you got to help us, can you? Yes, can. Every boy and girl all around the world knows my nigga's word. But if he's scared of me, how can we be free? Yeah.
Dopamine is a chemical responsible for making you feel good.
Back with another duo group, Childish Gambino, which not many people do know. I think is a group with Donald Glover and Ludwig Göransson. I want to say it's probably pronounced slightly different than how I said it, but you should. One of the really, really good producer and composer, like one of the best. He's done a lot of stuff. One of them, really, really good instrumentalist. I think he plays like all the instruments. Writing, just phenomenal. And ESTA with Dangerous Game and Leon Thomas. I think I've spoken about my admiration for Leon Thomas. Just think he's a phenomenal writer, artist. His own music, his own album was really, really good. And Steve Lacy with Mercury. I'm a big fan of Steve Lacy and the music he represents. I think it's this soul, this eclectic soul, this new age soul, so things that you would have heard in the 60s, 70s from James Brown or something like that, but it's just these musically anyway, and then it's just this interpretation from the modern era, which is phenomenal. Amazing stuff, and just it's got that feeling, the feeling that I'm a big fan of. Let's get into some more sounds.
Papa don't take no mess. I saw Papa cry when he thought that I would die. Look at him. I saw Papa cry when he thought that I would die. He said something was in his eye. I knew it was a lie. Love it, son. Mama said, Papa's smart. Papa got a whole lot of heart. And Papa will do his part when the game get hard.
Kurt.
Hand me down a walking cane, hand me down my hat. Hurry now and don't be late, 'cause we ain't got time to chat. You and me, we're going out to catch the latest sounds. Guaranteed to blow your mind so high you won't come down. Hey y'all, prepare yourself for the rubber band. Man, you've never heard a sound like the rubber band. Man, you're bound to lose control when the rubber band starts to jam. Oh, this dude is out of sight. Everything he does seems to come out right. Once I went to hear them play at a club outside of town. I was so surprised, I was hypnotized by the sound his cats put down. When I saw this short fat guy stretch a band between his toes, hey, I laughed so hard 'cause the band got down when it finally reached his nose. Hey y'all, prepare yourself for the rubber band. Man, you never heard a sound like the rubber band. Man, you're bound to lose control when the rubber band starts to jam. Got that rubber band up on his toe, and then he wriggled it up all around his nose. Guaranteed to blow your mind. Playing all the music, yeah, keeping time. How in the world did he learn that? Oh, Lord. Well, help me get away. Prepare yourself for the rubber band. Man, you've never heard a sound like a rubber band. Whoa, you've got to lose control. Rubber band starts to jam. Rubber band, man, rubber band, man. How much of this stuff do we think we can stand? So much rhythm, grace, and debonair for one man? No. And then he had to go to twiddle his left toe, but through his knee, got the feeling in his head, y'all. Oh, come on, baby. Won't you cry yourself, dear? Never heard a sound. Oh, he's my man, and he likes to jam. Rubber band starts to jam. Moving up and down across the land. Got a wiggle all in his waist. Everything about him seems out of place. But moving, just moving, just a rubber band man, just moving, just moving, just a rubber band man, get down. Oh, get down, brother. Aha.
Blurry from Kartell. I told you the album is phenomenal. That's one of my quote unquote, it's my second favorite from the album. It's a really good album, and that is just such a feeling. And before that was the Spinners with Rubberman Man and James Brown. Papa Doesn't Take No Mess. Back to Kartell. I think he reached out to me a couple of years ago, and we actually had planned to do some sessions and stuff. And then I remixed the record of his. They didn't use it in the end, but I kind of remixed. It was like an instrumental, which kind of, I guess, is slightly not as easy to remix. But I kind of did vocals, and then they remixed the beat a couple times. Like I did like a couple of versions of the beat, which is what I definitely want to do. Like once I want to get this kind of, I've been seeing this vault thing, which is really interesting. I'll speak about that in a second, of what I would love to do and what we're going to do going forward. But yeah, like we reached out to do that, and after doing that, I just really liked what he sent me, and it was just like, I think he reached out again, sent something else, and then I think maybe the first thing he sent I wasn't 100% on, and then he sent the record that turned out to be Sunseeker, and I just loved it. And I just literally, I think I cut it like maybe the same week, like just cut like a reference the same week and sent it back. And then sometimes you don't know, especially when you're like more of a producer, you don't expect anyone to want your song that you wrote as when you're just doing the vocals. You know, I don't see myself as a vocalist only. I kind of think my sound is kind of ingratiated with me doing the production as well. But yeah, I kind of liked it. I did it, and it just kind of felt good. And I to be honest, I didn't expect them to use it. I thought they were gonna maybe, replace my voice with someone else. And yeah, I'm super grateful. And it kind of just opened the door for me to kind of even more explore that more often, and make an effort to get a lot better, vocally for these sort of songs, which I just like doing. Not even because, I think I'm that type of artist, but just, creatively you find yourself in scenarios where you just like, yeah, fuck it, let's do that. Like, why not? And and then they said they were going to use it on the album, and I was super grateful for that. And yeah, I hope people like it. I hope it's slightly left of field for me in terms of you hearing something like that, and I hope it connects. And if not, I was just grateful to do the collaboration. I hope it does what it's supposed to do for his album. Not necessarily, it's not just about me. It's not just about me at all. It's about the both of us. So it'll be good to good that he gets a positive response from that record, and ultimately a positive response for his album. So yeah, like I really want to see that happen, specifically with that song. And hopefully there's many more collaborations between myself and him in the future to get into, because I think his sound is it's unique. It has like this Daft Punk, but then it's also Calvin Harris funk waves, but then it's also Frank Ocean. Like I just hear so much when I think, and then I don't want to put all these individual artists, he's his own artist, he has his own thing and his own sound. I'm just talking about more how you can kind of relate like a related artist, or if you've never heard of him, it's more me saying, if you like these artists, then I think you'd really like him. If you're kind of not a listener who will just jump in and say, hey, I'm just gonna listen to it because the artwork looks cool or whatever, and if my song doesn't do that, hopefully my song can make you think, oh well, whether I like this song or not, the person who done this has to be gifted, and I think he really is. So shout out to him. And we would love to, we're going to get into this thing of Vault. I think Vault at the moment is quite exclusive, but we have a Patreon, which we're probably going to use a similar concept and put these kind of unreleased gems and a bunch of things there. I'm just deciding how we're going to do it. And obviously for the Code Radio listeners, this is essentially just my thoughts out loud in many cases outside of the music I want to play. So just kind of these workarounds how my mind is thinking and what we want to try to create. You know, we want to turn Code Radio into a live event over time and just putting it out in the universe. But with this Vault thing, I think there's I have a bunch of unreleased records, which, you know, may never get released, but I think that's a waste of a song if you value it. Sometimes you can't find a space for that on your album or a space for it to release. You know, sometimes you move on from songs a bit, but it doesn't mean you don't like them. But there should be a place where, you know, the listeners can go and see. And it's less about the money per se. I mean, I the concept of Vault, I think, is important. I think if the streaming services kind of got a better handle on how they pay, and again, just a slightly deeper conversation, which I feel like I don't have all the information to really have the right conversation. I think a lot more people do, because, you know, Spotify doesn't have to give out the information that they do. They kind of tell you what it is. They tell you this is worth a stream and blah, blah, blah. So you kind of have to go along with it. But I think it's not about the money. It's more about if the streaming services if everyone was kind of happy, not everyone's going to be happy. If the streaming services were more happy, the artists were more happy with how the streaming services are paying, then things like Vault wouldn't need to exist, because you would have a structure which you wouldn't be upset. You would see the results from your hard work in a fair way. Not necessarily, you know, if you've got 1,000 followers and you've got 1,000 plays, that might mean more to you, is what I'm trying to get at. Rather than you feeling like you need to have 1 million followers and 1 million plays to even see any sort of result. That's more what I'm trying to say. But again, it's a slightly deeper conversation, which is for another day, with maybe some people that are more intelligent than I am, which I'd love to do, and collaborate with. Maybe just have on a Code Radio, just have a discussion about streaming, how it works, and just for the audience, so they can hear, and maybe for other artists if they're listening, to check into that. But that's for a later date. But that is all for today on Code Radio. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for listening. I really appreciate it. Sunseeker out now with Kartell. Kartell's album is now out now. Everything is here. Check that out. It is amazing music. I would not steer you in the wrong direction musically ever. The Code Enigma 2024, God willing, everything goes as smooth as it needs to, then the album will be this year. Songs will be coming this year. Vague Detail potentially this year. Yeah. Again, time is a luxury, so don't want to waste it. I'll see you soon. Take care. Thank you for listening.
Code.
Never can say goodbye. No, 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 no. Never can say goodbye. Even though the pain and heartache seems to follow me wherever I go. Though I tried to hide my feelings, they always seem to
to teach him about the code.